I'm gonna go ahead and do the introduction. Hi, my name is Irina Litzenberger, and I'm one of the board members of Women's World of Backgammon. This tournament started with 16 of the top women players in the world, and today's match is the last of the quarterfinals. Karen Davis from the USA will play Denise Kaiser from Switzerland for the last spot in the semifinals. Karen Davis, Hall of Famer, is the co-founder of Women's World of Backgammon, and she has a Backgammon Master Awarding Body title of Master 2 and is the winner of the 2024 WBIF Women Championship. Denise Kaiser was born in Germany and lived in Switzerland for the last 20 years. She has a BMAB Master 3 title and is the captain of the Swiss women's team. In 2024, she won the Ladies' Cup in Bad Dürkheim. For today's match, we're gonna have Kent Goulding and Merrin Rose on comments. And Merrin, hi Merrin, hi Kent.
Hi.
I don't, we're gonna let the players know they can start, and I'll pass it to you. I'm gonna share my screen. I have to go observe.
Some point, Merrin should unmute.
Yeah, Merrin, can you unmute? Why not? There you
Okay,
are.
that worked.
You made it.
I
Well done.
muted myself and then it wouldn't let me unmute, and I'm like, oh no.
Okay. Can you see this? Can you see my screen now?
Now I do.
Got it.
Okay, so we're gonna let them go.
Perfect.
Yep.
So we can see 11-point match, 22 minutes. Don't know what the delay is, but we'll see it as soon as it starts. 11 points is a long time. If they don't have any 4 or 8 games, we can get to see a whole lot of backgammon. And
Yeah, we absolutely could.
I've known Karen Davis forever. Basically, oh, look, let's get the match. Here comes the match. Here's the opening 6-3 standard 5-1. Interesting here. Do you hit 2 or do you come down? I think the sort of the normal thing is, the normal play here is to come down as long as you don't have a 4th checker on your 8-point.
On your 8-point, yeah, right. Okay. It looks like there's barely any delay. I've got Heroes open here as well, so that I can have a look at any interesting moves as we go.
What do you think of this 4-2? I mean, she could come in with a 2 and play the 4 elsewhere.
2-1's lovely, makes the 5.
It's interesting that she's looking at
I don't know why you wouldn't just make a 5. Just having a look. Yeah.
You should just make the 5, but I like the way she's thinking. That it's you know, if you can do 2 little things, sometimes adds up to more than 1 big thing. So it's right to make the 5. The 5 is such a big deal. But if you had to pick a second best play, she probably spotted it.
And that's probably the right way to go, like not, racing off to a quick start just because it looks obvious. She's kind of setting out, hopefully, how she means to go on, which is making sure she's checking all the plays and playing methodically.
There's all kinds of possibilities. I mean,
Yes.
you can't hit she can hit with the 4. I mean, the big play is to hit with a 4 and jump out. Now that leaves an awful lot of blots, but it's your bold move to come forward. If you hit with a 4 and don't jump out, you sort of don't have a 6. you can also do this. You can also just run around from the 21 point to the 14. This keeps the most balance around the board, right or wrong. That's
This just looks so much stronger to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Okay,
the
stepping
race
up with
is
the
very
2 here
close.
probably looks right rather than making the 11.
Boy, this.
Okay, 5.
I guess that's right, but I really hate making
Yeah.
plays like that.
Yeah.
And
Now
this
those
is
back guys are starting to get a little bit stranded.
clear. So who's winning here, Merrin?
Well, looks like I think white should make the 9, and then white's looking pretty strong here, I think.
I agree with you. I think the 9 is there's no rush to move that back checker. Make the 9 point is much, much better. There's only one checker back. When your opponent's anchored on your 3 or 4 point, the 9 point's incredibly strong. I mean, there are times it's right to make the 9 point rather even than the 5 point if your opponent is anchored on your 3 or 4. This is a very strong position for Karen, and she shouldn't really be. If she can get her back checker out, she certainly will. But it's not really trapped, and the entire outfield is hers. So if it just gets out at all, it's a little bit out. You know, it gets out to the 16 point. It's all the way out.
And if you look like now, like 6 play pretty awkwardly for Denise now because she's going to have to. Well, I mean that one's all right. She just makes the 2. I think.
Yeah, yep. I do too. Well, this helps a lot with racing, but also maybe lets Denise out. Sort of interesting.
Yeah, probably a little fast. Okay, the tide is turning. That was a great couple of rolls for Denise.
Very much so. And I don't think Denise can. She should be always. Every roll is a new cube decision. I mean, that's something that my old buddy Kit Woolsey came up with when he was young, and that's a long time ago. But you should always go through your automatic checklist. If I have access to the cube, should I be turning it? And Denise is thinking about it. And I think the problem here is that she's also sort of broke. That if she doesn't roll a good number, she's going to lose part of her blockade. Don't hit here. Just this is a priming game. Just play 8 to 6, I think. And challenge. See, I'm not sure what that really accomplishes. That looks much better to me. And now if Karen doesn't roll a 2, then there's going to be some serious, depending on what Karen, any non-2 is going to make Karen's position worse. The problem with this is, even if Karen dances, you haven't necessarily accomplished much. If she comes in with an ace, you know, that I mean, there's something gained putting your opponent on the bar, but I think here you've got a real good chance just to build a prime. Karen should hold on to everything. Now the question is this, you got to look, I roll, you roll, and what does the position look like then? And if you roll a normal number, I mean, 3s and 5s cover, and 6s run away, and smaller numbers you just gobble up. So if I roll, I think it's a good double. And I suspect it's actually a take, even though it looks like you're broke. You know, you might not. I don't know. It's tricky. I think this is a very strong double.
Yeah, I like it, but oh, okay, and it's a pass. Looks like. Yeah, huge pass. Okay.
Oh, look, we got a little analysis to make us second guess ourselves.
I was going to say she didn't think about it for very long, but obviously just didn't like that one at all.
Well, this is the value of seeing what's going to happen next, you know, and here, and she should have seen all of that when she made the 5-2 play.
Okay, 3-2. Probably just keep going out to
Either
the
keep
18.
going or play 8 to 6. There's something aesthetically pleasing to have 4 on the 6 and 3 on the 8, whereas 4 on the 8 and 3 on the 6 just is jarring. It's not pretty. You know, if you want to playing backgammon more as art than science, that's a prettier position. Whereas 4 on the 6, 4 on the 8, and 3 on the 6 is sort of an ugly position. And here, of course, I think Denise does want to. I think she should just keep hitting off the 5 point and try to do something good. Karen has a very strong position, solid all around. Double 2 is just such a great roll. Solid all around. In and hit. And
Okay, that's great. In and hitting, yeah.
And then in and hit again.
Okay, so do you keep hitting here? Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that little anchor on the 23 point is temporarily a nice thing. In the long run, it's a bad thing. It's temporarily nice because the 4s and 6s, which fanned, can't hit on the 2 point either. You're forced to play them somewhere else.
Okay, 6-1, just come out from the front.
I think that's right. I agree. Just get out of harm's way. Coming out here seems like there's just far too many hit and covers, or even cover and hit on the 3 point, leaving the poor checker stranded on the 18. I mean, the best play is probably not to play a 6 at all. But
that's perfection. Hit and cover, yeah.
And I'd keep advancing it.
Yeah.
Right. There's not that many builders there. This looks almost
No, I don't really like this. Yeah. Just step up to the 22. She's only got 9 checkers in the zone. You're not too worried yet. And you want to try and just get out of there before you get primed in.
Right. And all of your other checkers are actually in pretty good. Every checker is in a pretty good spot. So unless you're moving it to a better spot, advance these.
That's a misclick.
Yeah. I think with it might this funny looking wimpy little step up play might even be right. I don't know. This whenever you can deprive your opponent of half or all of their roll when their position is as threatening as Karen's is, that makes sense. So from a short-term tactical standpoint, you want to hit. From a long-term, more strategic standpoint, you want to try to get your back checkers going forward. This is a very tough play.
I like making the 22 here, I think.
You know, the trick with this is it does stop. Yeah, Marty Storer likes hitting. This does stop Karen from doing anything good, and it might stop her from doing anything at all. All right, turns out she was going to do something good.
She can do both anyway.
Oh, what happened? Where we got
came in on the 22 and then made the 5 from the 11 and 8 point.
She did hit and then got hit back. There was a little bit of I lost the thread there.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay.
Well, certainly a good double. I mean, even if it's not a double, it's a good double because this looks like a double.
Yeah.
That gives serious consideration to passing. So again, my old friend Kit Woolsey, go to your opponent's side of the board, and if you wouldn't snap it up immediately, then it's his problem, not yours. Double, and that one might that might well have been a take, but the double looks strong.
It was. So it was a 200 take.
Yeah, and it was barely a double.
It was a 200 take. Yeah.
Barely a double. See, that's even if it wouldn't take much for that to have, I mean, it came out at a 0.02 double, you know, maybe a higher level of analysis or a very slight tweak to the position would make it no double. But as I said, it doesn't matter what that says. In the real world, you're playing against a human, not against a machine, and that's a very scary double. So double and make it your opponent's problem.
Absolutely. Okay, so in with the 1, the 6 is awkward, so Karen's just deciding what she wants to do with it. I think this probably looks right. Just put the checker where you want it to go.
Yeah, I agree.
3-1 hits.
That's very strong. And now Denise should be thinking about what to do with the cube here.
Already looking really threatening. 1-1, so there's no score adjustment. I would be quite tempted to cube here.
Oh yeah, so would I. I mean, again, even if it's not a double, you know, if there's any question whatsoever. Oh, I love the nifty shifty. Look at this. This is these young players.
This is interesting, yeah.
Who've learned to play with XG, and the nifty shifty is well worthy of consideration. It's a play that we B4 masters. I'm a B4 master as opposed to an M3 or an M2. B4, like I was a master before they invented any of this XG nonsense or ratings. We B4 masters almost never made the nifty shifty plays. Yet it turns out they are right far more often than we ever thought. And in situations, we used to sometimes do them out of desperation. And often a nifty shifty is right in desperate. Nifty shifty being like give up your 6 point to make your 2 point, or give up your 5 point to make your ace point. You know, shift your home points.
Which is so counterintuitive, right? Yeah.
Yes, in a manner which looks destructive as opposed to constructive. And it may well have, I would like to have seen that one a little longer. It may well have been right to play the nifty shifty there. You put 2 up, not 1, and you could have arranged a whole passel of builders for the recently vacated 6 point. So you might have well have gotten the best of both worlds.
It was the play that she made was correct. The shift was 0.07 mistake. So it wasn't right in that instance, but like you said, it was great that she looked at it.
Right. I also would, looking at whatever level of analysis is happening here, plays like that often require double plus analysis on XG or even rollouts. I've seen funny looking plays where, you know, the computer brain, much like the human brain, sees something that looks wrong and rates it wrong. And then the higher the analysis you get, it starts to see, well, maybe it's not so simple. And then a rollout can turn it on its head. Probably that's right. Whatever level.
You missed your nifty shifty, Kent. She did a nifty shifty with double 1.
There we go. We just had another nifty shifty. Does anybody know what level of analysis we're getting here? You know, when we get little analysis
I'm not
things.
sure. Not sure what Heroes is.
Yeah, if it's not pretty high, it's almost a disservice to see it. I mean, it gives us some idea. All right, meanwhile, I've gotten all tangled up with nifty shifties.
3-1. I don't understand why you would make that play when you could either make the bar or the 5.
Well, it's what I was talking about earlier. Sometimes, you know, the 9 point when your opponent's already anchored on your 3 or 4 can be more important than the 5. And here it's at least reasonable to consider making the 10 when your opponent's anchored on the 4. But I think you're probably right. I think here the 5 would
not when you're leading that direction. No,
no. The 5 was almost certainly right. But there is some value to the 10 point, obviously. Now what have we got?
Okay.
Run away. Another possible play is just to drop it in there. Yeah. I mean, I kind of like that.
I mean, you're obviously not scared of Karen's board, are you? I like that too.
If that works, the game's either over or you might even be too good. I mean, that's This
There's
one,
not much that doesn't hit if she manages to enter here.
and I think,
That's one of them, I guess.
you just come forward. What do you think, Merrin?
Yeah, I think you step up. Like, you know, if Denise makes that point, you're toast anyway because you're behind a 6 prime. So I would rather put my checker there, and if she can't make the point, hopefully you make it. And then it makes it much more awkward for Denise to come home.
Well, yeah, once again, you're making use of all of your checkers. If you had to, you know, your front checkers are all holding points with a few spares on the 6. I like this. And look, is there a 9 in the house here? 6 is blocked, 3 is vacant. There's no 9 out there. This is untouchable. And I guess,
Yeah, absolutely.
what can she do? She can't.
You just safety, just 13 to 7 and 14 to 11. Oh, why would you do that?
That looked like
She can safety both of them.
No, I think that was a typo. I think she clicked the wrong buttons.
Must have been.
Yeah, that was just a typo, which, well, maybe.
Or just didn't see it. Yeah.
No, I suspect it's a typo. She tried to do what you said and ended up doing this instead, and therefore getting a builder in place and possibly winning the game because of it. It was a brilliant play. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, and that double, this is absolutely
fighting back.
100% a double. Then you got to think about, can you take this? 4s and 6s don't cover that. Was there no double? Oh, that was a huge double, I predict. I mean, again, even if it's not a double, it sure looks like a double.
Oh,
So,
no.
you know.
No. I'm not sure why she would be hitting twice when you can make a 6 prime.
She is making a 6 prime, I think. What happened? Come in with a 3.
Hang on, so I'm looking at heroes, and all of a sudden it's gotten very out of sync with what's on this screen. So I'm not sure if we're
there. I think we finally got it.
okay. There we go.
Where did they?
Yeah, look, for a second there like she was going to hit on the 1 instead of making the 6 prime, and that obviously would have been a huge
Somewhere in there when
mistake.
I was drooling in my oatmeal, there was a double and a take. I've forgotten when that was. Well, here we are now with Denise trying to find the best way to win a gammon. I think she wants to, keep Karen from anchoring on getting a second anchor, and now just watch the roof collapse.
So just 15 to 11.
Either one of these, either one of these looks reasonable. Just bring the back checkers out. I mean, you can't really be contained here. Maybe Karen's best chance to try to build a counter prime, but it's well, that helps a little. Now build
That does help.
That helps a little too.
As does that. Okay. This has suddenly gotten quite interesting.
Well, a bit interesting, yes.
5-4. Okay.
Oops.
Run while you can.
Now Karen's got to try to get everybody home so you crunch as little as possible. It's even possible there that she should have actually played 8 to 6 with the final 2. And here, bring both checkers home. You don't want to have any 6s to play next turn. I mean, Karen should be thinking, top priority here. Yes, you want to build your points in case you get a shot, but you also want to stop the crunch, and which means bring all your checkers from the outfield in, so you can't play 6s. 6s become 0s instead of 6s, which helps with your already dubious timing.
Absolutely.
Well, Karen should
So
come in
Denise
with
is
that.
considering the hit here, but I think that I'm not convinced about the hit.
Yeah, again, it may be right just to let this looks, I don't know what the other choices were. This looks okay. I think it's right to let Karen play. I mean, so much swings on Karen's board breaking.
Absolutely.
Look, there's a 6. If she had made one of the other plays, that would have just been it would have been a 2 instead of an 8. Again, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure. Well, it turns out you got hit back. Oh, Marty thinks she's intentionally fishing to get more checkers. Yeah, that might be. Well, double aces will put an end to that fishing expedition.
Mm.
I don't think I'm touching it. I think I just come out. And here comes the
Sixes
crunch.
don't grow on
And
trees, as they say.
just in time, and the 2-point game can still win. The crunch is only partial.
Oh, absolutely.
It's damaging,
Absolutely.
but it hasn't completely killed Karen's chances. And the gammon threat is very high. I mean, running off.
And this is a short time.
And might as well cover as many points as
Wow.
you can. Still a long way to go, but to win, but not so long to go to save the gammon.
Yep, not bad at all. Okay, 3-2, just bring it around. No. Mm.
Well, it depends. That I'd have thought about that a lot longer. That depends on, are you trying to win or are you trying to save a gammon?
Me too.
You know, and that's not entirely
Yeah,
clear to me.
absolutely.
You can certainly still win the game, and getting gammoned is still a reasonable threat. This looks pretty good. Catch.
But Denise is now starting to pop a bunch of checkers into the outfield.
Which is which? That's Karen flooding the outfield and Denise trying to run home.
Mm. Oh, did I say Denise? Sorry.
I wonder if
My
it's right. Might be right to make the 16-point here. That can set up some funny biz. This is okay. I mean,
Yeah, I'm tempted to just
it's
do
a
this. I
little.
think the other play looks much more gammonish to me.
Well, the other play loses much more easily because Karen may just volunteer. I mean, Denise may just voluntarily hit loose on her 2-point, and then the whole thing can go to heck. As long as you got the 2-point, you got a reasonable chance. Well, saving the gammon could be tricky.
Okay. Let's keep going.
Ooh.
Oh, zing.
Okay, and back it comes.
Mm.
I would have been. I don't know. It's tough there. You know, the immediate safety is nice, but the long term stuck back there. And oh, this is
Yeah, you still got to get home, right?
Okay,
Just make it harder.
we're putting everything out front. I don't know if that's a good plan or a bad one. This looks right. I mean, having a closed board.
Yeah, it has to
must be worth almost anything that you might gain by shuffling a checker around on the other side.
So now Karen can either leave shots or hit. There's nothing that's safe.
Boy, oh boy, is she trying to win or trying not to lose? I'm inclined to want to just hit and take my get gammon like a, you know, like a big boy or a big girl. That can win. Now, what are you gaining? Hitting is incredibly dangerous in terms of getting gammoned. And then the question is, I mean, if I could pass here and not play at all, I think I would do that ahead of hitting. Hitting is incredibly dangerous. I mean, if you get hit back, you're going to get gammoned. And if you don't get hit, you haven't come close to winning. I mean, this,
I think I would have made her first play just 18-13 and then 17-14, I think.
This might be the best.
Because Denise is not guaranteed to get past next roll.
Well, there's one other thing to look at, and that's that playing a different 3. You can play that 5 and then just kill a 3 in your home board and stay as far back as possible. Not
Mm.
ridiculous. You're not as, if you happen to get hit here, you're not as gammoned. Well, all right, she got away with it. 8, 11, or 12 to cover. And that does not, now, is this,
And the hit was the only right play. That's interesting. The hit was by far the correct play.
right, I think still, even though you're walking into the all the shots is, oh boy. It's so nice to keep
Yeah,
the
but
close
there's plenty of
board.
shots anyway. You want to have that threat. Yeah, I think you just want to keep the threat of
I don't know, this
having
might
a
be,
fully closed board if it's me. But
I don't know, this changes from a million direct shots with no returns in exchange, keep the closed board. Oh, some days you get missed.
yeah, you do.
But we are getting close to running
So
off the.
I'm definitely leaving one back on the 18 here. You've got to leave one. Yeah,
That must be.
that's it. That's the one. That's also okay. I quite like blocking the sixes. Blocking, double six, any kind of two, anything less than six, any double things like double two, double three.
Yeah, I agree. I think more future is now. I kind of like this play. Ha!
Yeah, Marty, potential for big errors in this kind of position is enormous. Containment games are.
Right, somewhere in there, Denise rolled double sixes and couldn't move. Oops, well, that looks like, I guess you keep the threes. Well, you could stay 8 away. Yeah, why not? Build your board and stay 8 away.
I like this.
Now a single win
Absolutely.
this must be right by a mile. You're not going to get gammoned if you hit.
Has to be.
But if you hit her, you can easily win. You'll be a roll away.
And she's only 5 pips. She's only 5 pips behind now. She's got racing equity as well. Not enough to run, in my opinion, but
it sure feels like this is right. I mean, you do waste a little bit in terms of pips. And we're rolling small.
But you want to fill the 3 ideally anyway.
Yeah, that does some good. Okay, 1 big doubles, or get home quickly. Okay, that's good. Get home quickly, and then
That's
just
not bad.
roll some generally big numbers. Generally bigger than that. And actually, oops, there's some
3 off for
off.
Denise.
Well, that's
4 gets 3
nice.
off. Okay.
And another
7 checkers versus
okay,
7.
this is one nice doubles. Got to get some of those high checkers off, and that sets up a potential miss. Unfortunately, there's a miss for Denise.
Well, they both keep hitting the gaps, don't they?
Okay, now it's a 3-roll position. Okay, all doubles work, including aces. Speak of the devil.
That's the one.
Now a double back the other way. Big save by Karen. Wow, she was gammoned this game. We got one more roll. Where's the last roll?
She hasn't clicked on the
But she hasn't picked up her dice yet.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow, what a turnaround from
Crazy.
From a very strong likelihood of getting gammon to winning and winning the race.
And Karen's playing a great game here. She's on 3.64 PR. Really strong.
Well, what do you think of all the bright and shiny objects you can beat on the 1 and 2 point? Do you ignore them and just bring down a whole bunch of builders, or what do you do? I mean, if you're going to hit
I find these double sixes tricky.
Yeah,
That's a perfect response, mate Bianca.
yeah, maybe she should have hit more than one checker with the double sixes.
Yeah, possibly. Both
But
on the two, make the 2 and hit on the 1.
that could have been. It didn't work, whatever it was. Now we're playing awfully quickly. This, I'm not sure there's any choice there.
Yeah, we can't keep up, can we, kids? Again, I'm not 100% sure about coming out there as such.
Now that's what you're trying to do. Just
Okay.
run away and then see what's left when you're done.
Yep.
If you're way ahead in the race, this must be right.
It has to be right.
4s and 12s.
And then if you missed, you're definitely looking sideways at the cube.
That's not a 4 or a 12. What's our pip count?
No,
The pip count is huge.
86,128.
Well, you have safety. You can hit. You can. This has got to be a very, very powerful double, and I have
Absolutely.
trouble believing you can take this. I mean, it's just sort of the trick here with the 5-2 is, well, here comes the cube. Now you kind of got to give it up. It's possible that at double match
the race is just way too.
Yeah, it was passed no matter what you did. Double match point, it might have
Okay.
actually been right to leave that blot on the midpoint.
Okay, splitting down.
Yeah, or run all the way. I mean, I like all the games from I split them down too much and always have, because I'm used to those positions and I like playing those positions. You know, running all the way out is not silly.
Speaking of which, I guess you just
Yeah,
run with
there wasn't really a good, there wasn't a
24.
particularly good choice here.
I guess it was putting 1 on the 4. Yeah, 13-4 was the play. Okay, fair enough. 5-4. I think I come. They were taking their time to begin with, and now they're just playing speed gammon, aren't they?
Yeah, we don't have time to barely see the position. Okay, now we got
And Karen could be pointing on head here if she's not looking at it. Okay.
it's not clear which is right. I mean, you're behind in the race, but
Exactly, she's behind.
the checker on your 2 points exactly where you want it to be, unless you put it on the bar. I mean, this is pretty strong. Certainly against any dance, you've got a very strong cube there. If you come around here, I mean, I don't think it's.
So what this leaves 2-6 and 5-3. It's 4 shots.
Right, but
Yeah,
you
could have talked me into it. She just did it so quickly.
Immediate big gains. Now look at this, all kinds of choices. You can hit and cover. Wow. That's an awful lot of blots. If you don't hit, if you don't do that, what do you do? You know, you have a pretty big racing lead. So maybe just hold on to your 4 prime and let your opponent shoot first. This is incredibly dangerous. I don't. I might have not gone quite so crazy. Could have worked.
Yeah, it was making the 4 and the 3 point without hitting was correct. But yeah, she's gotten away with it for now. 2-6. Yeah, it's ugly, but you're just going to play 8-2, I think.
Huh. Now there's once again all kinds of choices.
Okay.
That one leads to
Yeah,
the fastest win.
The 5,
sure.
you can make the bar. You make
You
the
can do-
5,
you
make
can
the
do- you
bar,
can
you
do-
can
you can
hit,
do
you can
anything.
anchor.
There's-
One of everything.
There's a little bit of everything. This is
I feel like
not
this
bad.
is kind of leaving you a bit exposed in the back
Well,
there.
It's not, the 5s to hit and the 5s to attack. This is it's actually a very close race. You're slightly ahead. This holds everything together. And at Gammon Save, that might be the right play, but it may not be the right play at Gammon Go or any normal score. Oh, look, there's
Yeah, it
a
looks
red
like making either the 5 or the 7 were virtually identical.
Yeah, does that red thing mean somebody didn't like the play?
Yes, bad play. 0.09. So I was making 5 was
All right, well,
right.
we've
But
gotten the
she's
best
made a
of both
5 point
worlds.
now.
All right, now what's the cube doing? We should stop and think. If nothing else, Denise should take a minute or
Absolutely.
two. There you go, quick double. Quick double now. Is this such an easy take? I
So
suspect.
the interesting thing is that she's 22 pips behind in the race.
Yeah, I think because
so
of that,
hit,
maybe it's right to take.
it's
But
a
nice,
take.
nice. Once again, nice brisk double.
So if she, I mean, if she,
It's
interesting.
she sat on her lead.
And it was a big take.
All right, now I with 2-1, I've slotted my 5 point forever.
Slotting.
Yeah, I mean, I just I like it so much more. If you're behind in a match, I like it even more.
For sure.
Um,
Okay. 7s and 8s don't hit. 5,
You know,
4.
it's
I
not
was
really-
saying this to someone yesterday that I feel like for some reason 5, 4 is never a good roll. Like 99 times out of 100,
Hey,
5,
you
4
should
is
look
not a
at
good roll.
the 5-4 Karen had. It's sometimes I'll just throw my hands up in the air and hit loose on the 2 point with the 4 when my opponent's got a whole lot of builders. Just take half a roll away from them and throw it away. Tempo hit.
5, 1, I think you just come out to the 18, do you? What else are you going to do?
Well, that
Yeah.
4s and 6s don't cover the 5 point. You got to
Yeah.
you're leaving that blot exposed, making it very difficult for your opponent to cover that blot on the 5 point, as demonstrated here.
I like stepping up there. Okay, 5, 2.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
hitting contest has
At
commenced.
what point do we consider doubling here? Whoa! Yeah, you might not get it.
Oh,
So much for Karen's double. Now on the other
but
side,
this is interesting. Yeah,
yeah, Marty
because
scores.
Denise is thinking about the cube now, but she's got 3 checkers back. So yeah,
And I think
I hit again.
Sweep her off the 3 point.
Yep, absolutely. Okay.
Well,
What do you think?
whether
What do you
this is-
think
whether
here?
this is
See,
a
this is
double-
really
whether it's a
interesting.
double or not, you should double. I mean, Karen has passed several takes. I think that might have been one.
And it's looked at again. I was going to say
Yes.
it's a take, and it was a huge take. It was almost a 400 take.
Well, one problem here with maybe both players is they're playing too fast.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I think that might have been the easiest take of all. I mean, it would not surprise me if that wasn't even a double. So, but over
I
the
think
board,
one of the
you
key
have to
things
do
that I
it.
noticed immediately is that Denise still had 3 checkers back. Like she had so much
Yeah,
work
no,
to do
that was
still.
that was playing against a human. It's technically the wrong move to double, but it's I think, didn't I see one of your little analysis screens there say actually no double? But in the real world, it's a double. There's
and it looks like, as you said, like Karen's dropped a bunch of cubes and Denise has got her number, and so she's just throwing it over over the
Well,
board
they're
and
all
getting easy
doubles that
points.
they're all doubles that one might pass. And we can look at the analysis or we can listen to some players that we have a lot of respect for and say, oh, of course you should take, oh, that's silly. But no, plenty of very good players pass, and Karen's a very good player.
Absolutely.
I've played a lot of doubles with Karen over the years. And if there's a predictable soft spot, it's taking, she does not like to take scary doubles. And all of these doubles she's passed
Right.
can count as scary doubles. Which side is doubling here? Whichever side
Yeah,
is doubling,
I see
I'll
that.
take.
Absolutely. Karen, Karen was doubling.
Okay, come in,
Okay.
make the 9 point.
Just make the 9. That's nice.
6-5 doesn't do much. I guess just bring some build. Now we got 7s and 8s over there to send another checker back. It was a bit of a frisky double there.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree.
That was Karen who doubled. Well, good for
Okay,
her.
so I guess Denise is just thinking here. Karen had so much in the zone, she just had to try and knock her off her stride a little bit.
Oh, it's amazing how often it's right to hit the checker. Everybody's gotten used to hitting checkers off their 5 point early in the game or in the middle of the game, and then they've gotten used to hitting checkers even off their 4 point. But knocking checkers off the 3 point in formations like this is often right. Oh, we just had double ones. That looks like it was a good roll. Love to see what our choices were.
Absolutely.
We needed 2.
It was come in on the 24 and then 6-3.
Oh, look at this.
Was the
1, 2, 3 and a builder.
wow. 1, 2, 3.
And a builder.
Yeah, 13 to 11 or
Yeah, you got to go
8 to 6.
Oh, we've got 2 left.
Yeah, all of.
Oh, we have.
I think that's.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That would be the last one.
That's not. How can we spread out as many as possible? Where was the starting position?
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's a. Now, is that a too good or is that a? You think she thought she was too good?
So I would just play 13 to 6. Yeah, I think that should have been 13 to 6 as well. Just bring more into the zone. You need to get the closeout now.
Yeah, me too.
Even now, like 13 to 11 or 13 to 10.
Well, this is now. Oh, right. Okay.
I'll play 13 to 10 because sixes come out, so you don't want 6s to make the 5 as well.
Well, now she's certainly.
Okay. Double 3 makes it.
Certainly too good.
And just 9 to 6, I think. Yep. 6-2. What do you think? If you want to make the board as quickly as possible, you play 13 to 5. Leaves you open to double ones.
Yeah, somewhat. But there's this is the thematic. This is the thematic play. There's some there's a sort of slightly safer play, which is probably wrong, which would be 15 to 9 and then break the bar point. Then there's no joker coming back at you. Here I think it's absolutely right to hit. I don't like this. I mean, if you know your opponent's rolling a 1, I almost would rather be hit.
Let's have a look. Yeah, there were 2 top plays and hitting was in both of them for sure.
Yeah, no, that's human error, which experience will cure. This priming thing could turn around very quickly.
It really could. Yeah, and what did not hitting? I mean, not that play. Well, it was actually the bottom of the list of plays, 140 blunder playing 15-7. Okay. Has she done anything yet with the 6-1? Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, I'm pretty sure I might be snapping that up.
Oh, wow. Who's redoubling who?
Yeah, Denise is doubling Karen, but
Wow.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
gosh, that again. I was not even letting that hit the table. I was snapping that up, and it's 138 take.
No, that's a little bit surprising.
Mm.
All right, well, we got a closer match.
So it's
Well,
such a shame we've got so many interesting things here to talk about, Kent, and they're playing so quickly we can't stop to talk about them.
Oh, we could spend a great deal of
Yeah.
time on a whole lot of positions we've only had to just barely touch on.
Mm. Okay, 5-1, I think just comes out from the front. Yeah, nothing to look at there, I don't think. So here, do you just run and hope for the best?
Yeah, you may have to run and hope for the best. I mean, plan B is 13-4.
Or even slotting the bar and 8-5.
Nah,
But I like
look,
slotting the 4 better.
yeah, if you slot the bar and play 8-5, you're taking away a covering number for the bar. Whereas when you're on the 4 point, you know, all of your checkers aiming to cover it.
Agreed. Okay, 2-1 is nice. Ish. Double
Oops.
5 is perfect. And probably just bring one down to unstack.
Yeah, I think you want to get one off
I'm
the
not
mid,
that
but it depends on just how strong if your position was stronger than it is, you wouldn't need to. Okay,
This
now
is
you gotta-
minimal risk and leaving an extra builder, so
And I
yeah.
know it's a big double.
Mm.
Yeah, I think coming down leaves the 4-6 and maybe a slight overplay, but certainly Marty Storer pointed out it's the double match point play. It's the best play if you got to play it to the end, almost certainly. And it was a double and a pass. All right,
was a
zipping
pass,
right
that one.
along.
It was almost too good, actually, which is interesting. Okay.
What does this teach us?
4-1
4-1.
just makes the 9, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I agree with you.
What else are you going to do?
Well, you're going to hit. But
That's
I don't
just
think
wild.
the hit just leaves a mess. I think just do this.
Yeah. Fine. I'm not sure why don't you just make the 3?
Well, she wants the anchor. Didn't she use the 3 to make the 21 point?
Oh, sorry, I missed the first part of the play.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, we've got all of our checkers in play. And this Joker looking number doesn't really do anything. Ha! Go figure.
No.
Double 2s must be a joker, but what does it do?
I quite like bringing
I
the
don't
3
know.
down
I
to
don't
the
know about
11.
that's asking for trouble, I think. I think I'm getting off the 18 point with one of them. Oh, except for it's too late. But look at this. You can.
Oh, my play was tied to the top play. Bringing 3 down actually was on par.
Yeah, I'm not sure that some of these
Okay.
sixes shouldn't be used to get off the 20, get those back checkers out. Maybe the first two hits and then play both off
Absolutely.
the 21. Ridiculous looking play though it might be. I'm not
I mean, I
sure.
don't think it is
Sure,
ridiculous. Like the race is, you're actually winning the race when you run.
well, you got hit back, so this may have worked. And
Yeah.
what happened to come in with a 3 and hit with a 4? Shouldn't you be
Yeah,
just
absolutely. It's
A, knocking her off the front, and B, taking away half of her roll? Well, it's all gone too fast. I mean, both players slow down.
way too fast. Yeah. They're keen to get their front. Well, I know it's only lunchtime over there, but it's wine time over here, Kent. So
Oh, okay, that's it.
maybe that's the problem.
I actually
Okay.
kind of like this wide open play to come in and hit and try to. You got 4 checkers back.
So just hit from the
Try to
5. Yep.
stop your opponent from improving their position. Now, yeah, I might just grab the 20 point.
Absolutely. With
You can
I'm doing
you
that
can
without even a
recirculate.
second thought.
If you grab the 20 point, you can recirculate your checkers, and your opponent can't recirculate theirs because you've got complete control of the outfield. Complete control.
Right.
So I think this is
I don't like that at all.
this is a little bit of an illusion and puts a checker out of play. Well, it worked pretty well.
Mm.
Just
It wasn't as big a mistake as I thought, but it wasn't right. Yeah. Okay.
Well, are you taking this? That's the question. Were you
Yeah, I
taking?
think so.
Well, not
Yeah,
100.
I think so.
Lots of. Now, are you still taking? I mean, these can be very deceptive. This is she's properly thinking about it. I'm not sure the position wasn't actually slightly stronger last turn. I'm also not sure about the 3-2 play, whether that was right. I sure like to have my 8 point here, but that's all water over the dam.
Yeah, I mean, if she doubles, I think I'm definitely taking this, particularly like as Karen, I'm down in the race. Denise has only got a 3-point board. She's also got a blocking board. And as soon as you come in, like she's got strip points in the back, she's got to try and get home safely.
Also, Karen, who has been passing too much, is now trailing and has more incentive to take. Of course, Karen doesn't know she's been passing too much, but she's now behind on the score as opposed to ahead, and has a solid advanced anchor with all her checkers in play. They just aren't very well in play. I think I'd have made the 8 point there.
Okay, here we go. So she came in and flipped one into the outfield.
Well, it's a good play. This is an improvement. Any thinking about doubling, I would now not double. There's no bluff here either.
Absolutely. Definitely a worse position now. So 5-2, you've just got to go to the 2 point. There's nothing else that's reasonable. I'm absolutely not doing that.
That's the old butterfly anchor play, which is right more often than a lot of people realize. But I'm not sure why you can't just maybe do it better next turn.
Yeah. Okay, 2 out. Yep.
Oh yeah. No, Karen's
So
definitely
now
doing the right
Denise
thing.
got
Get all those checkers. I'd still keep coming out.
No, get another one
Bring
out.
them all out. Bring them all out. I like that. And they're semi immune anyway. Now she's got the choice of hit and cover, but that leaves about 1 million return shots as well. But I think I might do it.
I think you have to make the 4-point board and hit, but
Yeah, me too.
it can go pretty wrong. Okay, so there's a hit.
So we've still got our 4-point board compared to our opponent's 1-point board. Ooh, can we have a 5th one?
I know. But that's still pretty good. Make the bar, and then at least if Karen comes the other one, she can't
Oh, now I'm
easily run
doubling.
from there.
Even if it's a bluff, I'm
Yeah.
doubling. Now, the question is it a bluff or is it a
Yeah.
serious double? Well, whatever it was, she didn't do at all. It's also a little bit funny.
No.
It's a little bit funny that there's some argument for not even covering the point. All right, good. We move our back checkers as far as we can.
Absolutely.
Karen has
And
to
then
get
you've
in.
got the one to try and get out. Okay. And she's in. So now this gets really interesting. I don't know why you would slot the 5 there. I would not be doing that because hopefully you're going to get a shot next turn.
Look at this. She's blockaded.
Like now.
Yeah,
Yep.
the problem is
There's
these
5
shots
to 2.
these are hardly. Oh, that's a winning shot. That for once was a good shot.
Whoops. That's the one.
Yeah, I don't, it's sort of funny. It might not be right to leave that double 1 and double 2 there. I think picking it. Oh, look, it got a red mark. I think
All right.
leaving the double was a mistake.
Yeah, it was 18 to 15, not 15 to 12.
Yeah,
you
that
can
was
see.
pretty. If you stop and take a minute,
Okay.
that was pretty easy. The 15 to 12 was a mirage. It spreads your checkers out, but it leaves double 1s, double 2s, and apparently double 4s picked you off on the 12 point as well. And all those hits are catastrophic. If you just slither from 18 to 15, there is no joker, and your checkers are well on their way toward getting into the fray. I didn't see.
Okay, 5-1 is just 15 to 9. Just get one save ish. Limit the number of blocks that you've got in play. Okay,
Boy, oh
that's
boy.
just 12 to 7.
Sometimes this is not. No, I'm not so. You might be right to actually hit and keep going or do something like that. I don't think. I think this is a mirage. Again, played too quickly. There was some. This made it too easy for if she, for instance, either hit and keep going. So if you re-hit with like a 2-4 or 2-5 or 2-3, your position starts to go.
And you're still locked in.
Have a little bit of priming value and have a 1 or 2 turns to get back in. Okay, where's the
So
cube
now
here?
5s are very uncomfortable for Denise. Yeah, so she's going to cube. Okay, yeah, and you can see there was a string of doubles that she kind of missed throughout that game. Okay.
All right, now we've got Denise within 4 points, a very scary score for the opponent.
Absolutely.
I love it when I'm within 4. It almost doesn't matter whether I'm leading or trailing. I can see the I can see the barn and I want to get into
Throw
the
yourself at it.
Yes. 4 points to go is easy. Turn the cube, win a game.
6-2 is nice.
And 4 points to go for the leader.
Okay, make a 10.
You get gammonish positions. You can double and win a gammon, and if you double and get redoubled, you can still use all 4 points. So it's not like it's not like the cube is frozen. You've got 4 to go.
Absolutely. Okay.
Oh, look at all the choices here. Now, how do you make your 5-pointer? Just go.
Yeah.
One of the reasons to make the bar here is to take your opponent's roll away. This certainly looks better, but it also gives your opponent a free hand on what to do. So you make a slightly weaker point, deprive your opponent of their full roll and the ability to make any number of good plays. This is sort of like winning a race by running backwards
And to make sure they can't make their own advanced anchor as well. Yeah. Okay, Joker.
Joker, but there's, oh, well, can this be too good? That third block floating around? No, it's certainly, I mean,
Could be, but I think I might just double. I think
yeah,
I'm just doubling.
yeah, I think so too. I think so. I don't, it's it certainly could go well. You might, you're almost certainly going to get the point. Yeah, double was wrong.
Yeah, it looks like it might have been too good.
Presumably because it's too good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I just thought when you're behind in the race, in the match score rather.
Everybody has even numbers to go. That's dangerous. All the one games are of less value, and all the two games are of more value, and the 4 games are of even more value still. And I do notice if I'm 6 behind, I can double and win a backgammon and win the match. And every so often, actually,
indeed.
Well, this is nice.
It does.
How did we get
here?
Perfect
roll. Come in. Yeah, she came in, made the 4, and
I think this is too good now. You want to get to getting to 9 is a nice spot to get to. So just try to win your 2 points and get to 9, and don't let your opponent off the hook. I mean, a lot of the games are going to be cubes from here on. If you win 1 point, so you're ahead, 3 to go, 6 to go, or whatever. A lot of the games are going to be on 2 anyway, so it's almost it's almost an anti-free drop for your opponent. I think she should just try to win the 2 points.
just take a roll, see what happens.
Yeah. Take more than 1 roll. You're not going to. Oh, it'd be nice to roll a nifty shifty number of some sort, but mostly what you're going to do is slot your bar point and bring builders down. Then you're going to build the prime, and then you're going to try to win a gammon with the prime. And Karen's position's a bit
she's
of
having a good hard think.
Well, good. It's about time one of them took some time. Could Karen conceivably take this? Is she that desperate? And I think the answer is no. Okay, don't touch the back checkers. I would actually slot the bar and bring the 3 down.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
Very reasonable. Yeah, I like it. With 2 on the bar, why not?
Yeah. The back checkers have nothing to do with that. That's why in the world are you doing that? You can. For the most part,
no problem escaping those. You don't need to do that now. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
No, your threat here is to build a prime, and then you can play the rest of the game trying for a gammon. Don't mess with the cube. I think just go ahead and slot it. Go ahead and slot it. Also, Marty Storr is pointing out you don't.
I don't like 13 to 8. You either slot it or 2 down or something like that.
I don't like messing with back checkers. You need more checkers to fill out your prime so that you can play on with impunity, and you're not there yet. I think the best play by far.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You slot the bar, and if Karen starts to recover, then you can double. Exactly.
Yeah, this is no good. Okay. And now Karen starts to recover. Now I don't know what's going on with the cube because of the match score situation. This may well be. If this is an easy take, then it's not a double.
I don't think necessarily think it's an easy take. I think I'd probably cube here.
Yeah, well, she didn't. All right, blotches everywhere. I mean, I guess
a little bit if that's a.
This is that's actually now that I think about it some more, I kind of like this 5-1. It's a stupid roll, and she misplayed her 3-2, but don't let.
Yeah.
Just don't
the other one's just so passive. You're just.
Yeah, this gives too much.
4 6s.
Yeah, now I think you poke that one. Look at the whole board and poke that one, which is good. And now we've got our anchor.
Okay, so she's made an anchor.
Merrin runs out and makes nothing. Hits loose on the bar, I guess.
No, that hits. Yeah.
That's what I said. Hits loose on the bar. And that hits back. When are we going to get back to where we were 4 rolls ago?
Right. 2-5. Just bring one down. Okay. Not really as great as it looks.
No.
And just 13-9, I guess, with the last one, or 20-16.
I think you want to get off the 18 point. That having a checker there makes no sense. And I think you want to probably get off the 20 point.
Yeah. Yeah. I like 18-6 and then 20-16.
Yeah, there's the little
good to
4-2
me.
duplication going on, and just politely and quietly come home. Now I think Karen, yeah, get some gammon protection. That's a priming. Now we're going to be back to
Yeah. I mean,
no,
there's
no,
actually
no,
two
no,
options, and yes,
that's
you
silly.
slow down to look at the other one.
No, don't do that. Make the 7 point.
Yeah, you've got to make the bar, but I'm glad that she's looking at it at least. Oh, and she played it.
Yeah, well now if
And
you make the bar, a lot of the time you'll have a double. There's no double, I don't think. Not at this score.
it's very interesting that those two plays are perfectly tied.
Really? I'm surprised.
Okay. Yeah. I guess it's because Denise is so far ahead in the race. She's just trying to get the checkers home. But making the bar helps you do that as well. So I thought making the bar was much stronger.
Sure look better. I mean, this position you're
Okay.
Denise,
4-1.
just flopping around,
That's nice.
trying not to leave shots or roll a joker. If you had the bar point here, it's the other way around. Every roll plays okay.
Yeah. And now she's got to leave a shot. So where do you leave it?
I think there. You just bring the one home that cleans up better. I mean, what's plan B to
Would
do that?
you
I don't like the looks of that. And this doesn't clean up as easily.
would
I
you
think
consider bringing both down from the 15?
Oh, it didn't like it. It didn't like it. Oh, it doesn't think both from
I
the 15. What did it like?
both from the 13 actually was right. I was thinking maybe about
Oh,
both
wow.
from the
I
15,
see.
but that was wrong.
Both from the 13. That's an interesting play. I didn't even look at that. Didn't even look at it. Now, what's going on with the cube? Here's what you think about for all who don't think about these things. What was that? Could she have just made a prime? If she could make a prime, that would be a good thing to do.
Yep. There it is.
And then let your opponent worry about what's happening.
Now I think you've got to make it and then you pray for 4s and 6s.
No, where's the cube? You've got to make it and then you turn the cube and let your opponent worry about what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a take or
absolutely.
not. I don't know if it's a take or not a take, but it's gotta be a double. I mean, even if the machine said
and
it's not a double, you have to double because, as we've seen, even very strong human players pass.
Yeah. And so first of all, you can see just how in the analysis, look at how many doubles Denise missed, including from when we were talking about it at roll 5. And then all of a sudden the game turned, and actually that was a huge take.
Well, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. You got 16 numbers that blow up your prime. At least 16. 4-1 blows up your prime. That's 18. Half the numbers blow up your prime. That's sufficient.
That's not insignificant.
No, where are we? 4 away, 5 away. There's another fun score. You got 4 to go. The person leading can still make some nice doubles if there's gammon threats. Just because you're ahead doesn't mean you shouldn't double.
Absolutely.
There you go. Look at that. And
Ooh.
which side's doubling?
So, yeah, right. So Denise is going for, she's, I guess, looking at the fact that she's got a blitzy position, she's got threats.
Well, this must be a take.
She can hit with 5s, or most 6s, or most 4s, and most 1s. But the race is virtually tied. Okay.
All right, good. They took.
And that's interesting. It was a very slight no double, but
Oh
so
yeah,
that
that's
was a really
okay.
good
That's
double.
okay. Very slight no double.
Yeah.
You get one pass out of 8 tries, and that covers your very slight
Absolutely.
loss.
Absolutely. Now look at this.
Oh, I love it.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and now hit and cover.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh yeah, okay, yep, that way.
There's a million things you can do. I mean, you can button up and bring builders and leave that that sometimes this is
I would
right.
just be
Just
I'd
give
be
them
hitting again, but
the problem. Yeah, I
I
think
like this.
well, this does leave
Whoops.
it. This gives her a better chance to make an anchor. Better chance to make an anchor. Well, now you have to hit. So we may have sort of transposed. Look, it didn't like. I think the button up and bring more attackers. There were already 2 in the bar, so don't give her
It
the
was,
tempo
yeah.
which she got. Now Karen,
Yeah.
4 or 2.
You're right.
Any 4? What was the last play? Did we miss a trick play of some
They're
sort?
just going so fast. We're not keeping up, Kent.
Oh, they're going too
Okay.
fast for me.
Yeah, too fast for me as well. And that's saying something because I am pretty speedy.
And I'm just old.
Okay.
I think
6-5.
run from the back. Pull the back ones out, and then try to make some landing points when you have to. No need. Everybody comes home.
Yeah,
Okay, we
lovely.
got 2-point games. Get shots. Now sprint to put them in where you think they go. So it might be 1 to the 4 and 1 to the 5. You get off the 8 point.
Yeah, definitely 1 to the 5.
Yeah, you want to get. I get off. I make the 8 to 5 would be. I think this is poopy. You want to get off the 8 point.
There's no reason to make the bar at all, right? You're just going to have to clear
No,
the
you don't want
points
the
when
bar. You don't want the bar or the 8. You don't want the bar or the 8 point. So I think well, that
fine.
might be, yeah, she should have broken the 8 point. Now get off the 8 point.
Mhm.
There's no double 5s error here. No, that's I actually, that looks sort of funny stacking the 4th checker
What
there, but
about okay. 2-1, and now I just I guess.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. Double
What's the best
she's
way?
in.
Okay, she's doing the pure approach, build them in order. Might make sense. I mean, it can't be too far wrong just to make the 4 point. But don't build any more out of order than that. Now, yeah, okay. She's just going to
I'd be making the 4. She really wants a shot soon.
Can we well, I see there's a 4 squeeze here. It might be right to, you don't need that to win the gammon, I don't think. I don't know, these are tricky. Sometimes the soft 4 point, what happens when double 4s get rolled, or a roll or 2 later, double 3s get rolled. That, yeah, filling in those 2, putting extras on your 3 and 4 is a good idea here. Now we can go about our business. Make the 5 point, slot the 7. What happened there? Something funny happened. You can't save the gammon here. You got to make.
Yeah, it was interesting.
She may be thinking about saving the gammon. That's not what she should be thinking about. The way to save the gammon is to build a prime and hit a shot.
Absolutely. Okay, 5-1. So I think you just take 2 off here, don't you? It's only 6-5.
Yes, I would get off the 6 point, and the 5 point.
Yeah.
Yeah, just clear from the rear and don't ask any questions.
Mm,
Okay,
okay.
yeah, I'd do something a little more proactive toward building a,
Like slot the 4 or something.
yeah, or the 7 or something. Again, without hitting a shot, she's not going to get off this gammon.
Mm,
Yeah, that
4-1. Yep. Okay. Uh-oh. What did you say before about backgammons, Kent?
well, the backgammons don't count here. That's it. That's the end of the match. All she needs is all she needed was a gammon, and that's
yeah.
That's it. Well, lots of fun stuff to look at that we didn't really get a chance to talk about during the match because
Absolutely.
they played quickly. Although in her defense, Denise eventually used up most of her time.
Oh gosh, she did too.
Tons of stuff to look at there. I think maybe they were both a little nervous. I think they were both capable of playing better than they did, but it was a fun match.
For sure.
Close match, and I enjoyed it. Is there a post-mortem?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations to Denise.
Yeah, congratulations to Denise. Thank you for the commentary. And now we have 4 players in the semifinals. It's Akiko Shasawa from Japan, Julia Hayward from the UK, Gulderen Gukabli from Turkey, and now Denise Kaiser from Switzerland. So starting in mid-February, we're going to schedule the semifinals, and thank you all for coming.
Where is the